Hey guys, what is up? It's the real Ryan here, and today's episode is going to be another Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play episode. This is officially episode 10, and this is going to be a bit of a different episode because instead of me just clipping up the audio and me snipping up the live stream a bit more, it's just going to be me talking to you guys about what's going on in the process of the episode in a sense. Now, what I wanted to do with this episode was I wanted to finally get on with a building, and if you saw in episode 9 where I was basically just having a discussion with you guys, I wanted to understand what I wanted to do with the world, but kind of had no idea. So in this episode, I decided I was going to work on a base and try and figure out where home was going to be, right? And at first I thought it was going to be in a cave, but then recently I saw a TikTok that showed me inspiration for a build I actually really liked the look of. So essentially what it was like some half circle dome build, which I essentially just took inspiration from. So all I'm doing here is I'm making one big tower to then arch the circle eventually. So I start off by making the first floor. I leave space for the glasses. Bear in mind, you don't see any of the farming, and you won't really hear much of what I was talking about at the time. But that's more what the streams are for. If you want to come watch me live, then you know the Twitch is all down below. I stream on YouTube and Twitch, so that's where you can come and watch the more grindier stuff. So for example, there'll be a skip here of me skipping because I ran out of materials, and I'll go gather some more on some stuff. But I just basically spent the entire episode of this episode anyway, just working on the build. And I mean, I'll let you sit back and enjoy the time skip, and I'll come back when there's something to say. So what you're seeing here was me finally deciding to add the arch in, but I struggle with building as it is, as you've probably seen. I'm such a bad builder, but it's fun me actually testing myself and trying to do stuff to where I would consider it to be a difficult build and it be confusing. I actually enjoyed trying to figure out where I'd made mistakes and how I could make the build look better in a sense, and the build genuinely came such a long way by the end of the live stream, and it was really fun to actually do. It was so fun, in fact, that my Minecraft streams are meant to be 4 hours. This was 6.5 hours of a live stream, bear in mind. It wasn't all just base building. I did a bunch of other stuff as well, but it was majority just base building and doing stuff around the base to make it look better. But I think the type of vibe I'm going to go for with the world as a whole is I just kind of want it to be like a cool, not modern village, but like not old school village. Like it'd still be a lot of wood huts, stuff like that, but I want to dynamically get better at building different types of stuff as I go. And here I've been like experimenting with like stripped logs and all that stuff, and just getting all of it looking like it's slightly color gradiented, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't even know if I'm using that word right. I'm just making up like random talking terms. But I mean, the build really was fun to do, and just wait to the end. I hope you guys like it too, because this is going to be home base for the next couple of Let's Play episodes, but I really enjoyed building it. I enjoyed the challenge of it, and it was something I'd never done before, so I'd finally smelted up all my glass. Turn it into panes, however, you'll see later on that I actually regret that decision, because I ended up needing more because I decided to make some stuff with normal glass, but I'll let you get back to the time skip, and I'll come back when there's something else to talk about. This bit. Let's just say, this is what it looks like when you stick a very, very stupid person with a problem that he just does not understand. So in this bit, this arch actually ended up causing me so many problems later on, because I had done this side perfectly. But the problem is later on, which you'll see, I had to decide that I was going to mirror it because I had to do the second tower. And that was when it got interesting, because bro, I was stuck for ages just not understanding what the issue was. But at this point in the build, I decided that I didn't want it all to just look like a piece of wood, so I decided to make most of the ceiling actually glass, and bro, this changed the build for me. But in the video that I had saw, they had used grass, but I'm not that adventurous yet, so it was just glass for me. But like I was saying, this build itself, it was a massive build, it was a big project, but I was expecting my entire live stream to just be me doing this, but I ended up getting a lot done in this live stream. It was ridiculous. But here we go. So now I'm deciding to make the secondary part of the tower, which it just gets mirrored over to the other side. And this is what I was meaning about how it was genuinely difficult for me to understand how to copy and paste this over to the other side. Honestly, people that do this without needing to like constantly go back and forth are very impressive to me, because I just ain't built like that. Like, I'm such a uncoordinated builder. I've got no idea what I'm doing half the time. But I started playing with like sideways logs and stuff to see if it would change the texture and create a bit more like, I don't know, I don't even know what the word is, but yeah, I really did enjoy doing this. But anyway, I will let you get back to the time skip, and I'll come back when there's something else to talk about. Okay, wait, I'm back already. You see what just happened to me? The game just broke itself. I had dropped my stack of wood at the same time I dropped my axe, and it deleted both items. I had to save and quit to get it back. But I decided to add buttons onto the edge of these logs, which, by the way, I've never done before in my life. But from far away, I genuinely think those buttons make a difference, man. Like, the littlest things really do change a build, and it's so intriguing to see. So it's like, from now on, when it comes to doing a build in the future, I'm going to start looking at what little detail can really make a difference. So it's like, in the next live stream, I want to add like trapdoors to the outside of the base and add some extra stuff like that around it, just to give it that like extra level of detail, if that makes sense, because it's just crazy the type of stuff that gives to it. But anyway, I will catch you when there's a bit more to talk about. So this was where I was finally getting the mirror part actually done and out of the way, instead of just running away from it. Because if you watch the live stream, I actually I got distracted for a little bit and had to leave this because it did begin to hurt my brain a bit. But then I kind of understood it a bit better and was able to kind of duplicate it. But there was obviously problems, there was complications as I went through, and you know, I solved them. But also, another thing I wanted to ask, guys, is if you actually enjoy me just talking over the gameplay and doing a commentary of the actual builds instead of me just showing you me doing them, let me know what you think in the comments, because I'm trying this out as well, and obviously sooner rather than later I'll get the replay mod working and I'll figure out how to make that all work, and then I'll try that out as well. But for now, this is kind of how I'm thinking is a better way for me to run the videos, where it's just me base building, if that makes sense. But when I do stuff like base improvements and I'm making farms and doing that stuff, do you guys even care anymore? Like, I've done this so many times now. Do you even want to see this as a YouTube video now? I'm thinking now where I'm at with a stable point in the build, all most people are going to be interested about is me doing like better farms or bigger builds and stuff like that. Like, I don't really see the point of showing you all of the nitty gritty of what's going on in the Let's Play episodes. That's more what the live stream's for, right? But underneath here, you see how I made this giant wall going across, right? This is for another little bit I've got ready to add into the base later on, which is where the storage room's going to be. So I just mapped it out preemptively so I was ready for it. But now we're moving on to the second pillar and trying to get the mirrored tower to look identical to it on the other side so we could link the archway up. So here was the base from afar, and that's what I meant by the buttons, by the way. They just make it look that much better. It gives it like an extra level of depth to it. It makes it feel like the wood's actually got like chunks at the end of it. But I was actually really enjoying the way the base was beginning to look and how it was turning out, and I just had to constantly keep like going back and looking how it was going, because I was genuinely so like, the word's flabbergasted. Bro, I was extremely impressed with what I'd been doing with it. And like, bro, guys, I mean it. I mean it when I say this. I don't build in this game, ever. Like, when I played this game, I would go in a hole, get diamonds, and then go off. That's it. That's all I'd ever do. That's what I thought the game was about, right? So this is the first time I've genuinely ever decided to really try and build and do something for myself and actually try and create a world that I'll be impressed with or proud of, if that makes sense. And genuinely, I've had so much fun just building. Like, if this was all it was turning into, I would love it. And by the way, this was the bit I was talking about previously in the episode, is that this goddamn side of the building was so wrong. And you guys probably already can see what's wrong with it, right? I just couldn't see it. I kept changing stuff. I kept redoing everything. And I was like, I'd literally looked at it multiple times. I was like, where's it different? Where is it different? It looks the same. Nothing's wrong with it. Because my problem was I was looking at it from what I was currently working on as the problem. So I was looking at it from the other side of the wall where I'd done the stairs, right? But then what I'd realised is it was the window that was wrong. So I had to go back, replace the windows, which then allowed me to, like, it made my brain comprehend that it wasn't the stairs that were wrong, Ryan. It was your window. So I'd gone back, I'd fixed the window, and then I'd finally managed to get it right, and it clicked finally. But bro, I was stuck there for a while, man. I won't even lie to you guys. But then I realized that when I walked away again, I was like, oh, it's still not symmetrical. Something's wrong. So I added the stairs in at the top, and I was like, okay, so now the top makes sense. The top is matching. Everything's fine, you know? It's all going fine and dandy, but then that still wasn't it. There was still something that was off, but I couldn't tell what it was. So I went back, replaced the flooring so the build matched in with the environment a bit more, because, you know, you can't have a build just out in the open like that. So I filled in a bunch of the holes, made it look more, but then once again, I realised that it still wasn't symmetrical. So, you know, as any normal person does, I go down, I reset the night back to day, and I'm trying to figure out where it's wrong. And then, yes, once again, my brain had realised that, oh, look, if the other mirrors were wrong, windows were wrong, why wouldn't these be wrong too? So I went, adjusted them, and then we finally got it all symmetrical, and it was all finally sorted. We'd managed to get it all to line up. So then now, I finally decided it was time to make the stairs and the top bit actually look the same as what it did on each side. So I went up, added a couple more things that I think made the base look a bit more unique, like as in stairs onto the top, just to give it a bit more texture to the build, if that makes sense, make it look a bit more rounded. But then, like as always, I was trying to experiment with some stuff, trying to go out my comfort zone, and I decided I was going to play with some trapdoors, but then that didn't last very long. I was really thinking about it, but then I genuinely got an idea for them later on, so I skipped out on them for now. But then this was the middle part that I was talking. This is where the base's storage room is going to preside for the moment anyway, because I have a bigger build for storage later on in mind, but yeah. yeah, that was pretty much the build, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked the base, because we're going to be seeing it for a while. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute. So this was basically the ending of the base build that I'd done mainly. I just went around, filled in a bunch of the edges, and made it look a bit nicer from the outside. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked the build. If you liked this video and you like the way I'm doing it, subscribe down below. It helps me out so much. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and remember to turn those notifications on so you never miss another Let's Play episode. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.